Yeah, the highlight of my day was the interaction with the people, but the interaction of the audience, interaction of people on the stage, fellow speakers, that is what really excites me. There cannot be anything better than talking to people, like-minded people, who have all got a very similar idea, although they come from diverse backgrounds in the sense of industry. Although we all have a common objective, we all got a different passage to get there.
Ultimately, Go1, our success has been through collaboration, through partnership. And so we're able to service clients in over 25 countries around the world through partnerships. And so when you think of the local market, particularly given the almost niche and expertise Omni HR has built out in the ecosystem, for us it's almost a natural partner, given our offering from an online perspective and global experience, whereas Omni's multimodal from in-person through to, I guess, digital and everything in between that supports us.
I think from an Omni perspective, we're super excited about the partnerships and the relationships we had in the room. I think it just highlights again that the collaboration between learning, tech, and if I can say maybe the compliance components of why we do that learning, linked to the ethics of why we're passionate about what we do. So when you put those partners in a room and now you start getting us to have that conversation, I think what we've created today was amazing conversations.
It was a beautiful experience after 2 years of being stuck in COVID and lockdown, and it just gave me an absolute pleasure to be here today. Bringing a beautiful mindset to go forward.
So events like these are very important to have because it allows everybody in different spaces to come together and have serious discussions about what's going on in the skills development space. You don't know what's going on out there until you are in a conference like this with people that can share their experiences, and you can kind of compare and contrast knowledge so as to take back what we know and put it back into our businesses, knowing that we are actually all working towards the same goals.
The presentation, the guests, the interaction, I love the fact that now we can interact in person, because before it used to be online and whatnot, and you couldn't tell my facial expression and you couldn't tell the presenter's facial expression. This way around, there's direct interaction and I loved it.
The day was very exciting. It was a thriller. We did talk, the main exciting was BEE and compliancy, how you report your returns in SARS and how skills development impact your company.
One of the highlights today is being able to see how connectivity assists and grows mindsets for those that are willing and who really want to.
I think just the different viewpoints from, let's say, a BE statutory, from a diverse, like almost blended learning perspective and an e-learning perspective. I really like that cross-pollination. I think it's very rare that you often find those three different, often seemingly different areas of the HR landscape come together.
So it's the first face-to-face event in about 2.5 years, but we have been running online events. And I think the online events, having built up momentum around certain topics, has been exciting. But it doesn't mean that the screen is not a block to be able to have the really engaging conversations. And I think the contrasting conversations and thought processes in the room, it does create a different dynamic. We can look at online learning and online engagement, and we know that it ticks the boxes and it meets certain objectives, but it is not the same compared to being face-to-face and being able to have this level of engagement. It's just different.
Human beings are social, and when we get an opportunity to connect with each other, we allow to have broader based discussions and broader interactions, and that also means that we connect with each other post events more. So having a platform and a place where the strategic partners can speak about EdTech, skills development and skills development for economic recovery. It allowed for that level of engagement that we really wanted.
I'm Michael and I loved being at this Omni event today.
I'm Isaiah. I enjoyed to be at this event today.